Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, David Mountford, a freshman from Wales, ran an NAIA best 30 minutes and 21 seconds in the 10,000 meters at the KT Woodman Classic on April the 12th. And talk about that day. That's an OCU record and a KT Woodman record as well.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a good race. It started off pretty slow. I kind of sat in the lead group for a little bit, which was, there's probably a group of about 5 athletes in there. And then after that, kind of coach signaled to me to kind of speed it up a little bit because my time was down. So I kind of took off and then consistently picked it up and kind of maintained that pace really throughout the race. And I think I got a gap sort of around 4K sort of mark, pulled away, and yeah, in the end, I think I won by roughly about 250, 260 meters, something like that.
After that race, you were named the Sooner Athletic Conference Runner of the Week. What did that honor mean to you?
It means a lot, yeah. To be honest, I was like surprised to receive that honor. But yeah, it means a lot to me, and it kind of motivates you going forward as well, because you want to achieve them sort of honors in the future. And yeah, it was definitely motivating for me.
You've won races at 3,000, 5,000, and 10,000 meters so far this season. What's your mindset going from race to race?
Well, to be honest, I think I'm going to kind of focus on the 5K and the 10K now, going into like the outdoor national championships. I mean, the 3K indoor was good as like kind of like a sharpener and kind of to get a bit of speed there, being a shorter race than the others. But yeah, I think at nationals we're probably going to focus more on like the 5K, 10K sort of endurance sort of idea of it. So that kind of training's more tapering towards the longer stuff now. But I'm looking forward to running mainly the 10,000 meters at nationals. It's going to be good.
What's it like having your teammate Kasaba Matko push you in practice?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's always good to have an athlete of kind of like a similar level to yourself to push you. And yeah, I think if you have kind of an off day, they're there to kind of punish you and make you realise that you need to get back on your game. And I mean, like, and if you can always kind of share the pace as well. So if you're having a training day where you know you got a lot of effort, you can kind of switch the lead a little bit and do a bit of the work between you, and it definitely helps a lot. I mean, it's a lot easier training with a good group like we've got, than training on your own like I did a lot back in the UK. So definitely helps you as an athlete.
Your mother ran internationally for Wales. What have you been able to learn from her?
To be honest, I've learned a lot. She got me into the sport to start with. She took me to fun runs and things like that, and small races to kind of build me up when I was younger. And then she kind of coached me a little bit as well, and her coach then took me on and kind of coached me through 5K, 10K stuff. So yeah, I mean, I picked up a lot from her, and I still keep in touch with her now, and she always motivates me, and she kind of helps me stay focused and stuff. And she's very supportive of running and things like that, because she likes to see me going places with my running anyway.
What's your major here at OCU?
My major is human performance.
And what are your career plans following athletics here at OCU?
Right now, I'd love to be a coach. I'd love to be like an assistant coach or something like that to start out with after I graduated. Or yeah, basically I want to stay in the field of sport anyway. I've been a gym instructor in the past for a little while. I did that for a couple of years, and I did like that. But then I'd much more enjoy like the coaching side of things, working with athletes. And I just love running, so it'd be good to work in that sort of area.
If you weren't running, is there another sport that you might be playing?
I played soccer in school. I was never brilliant at soccer, but I mean, I'd probably take up that. Or I did play rugby as well. I don't know if you guys have heard much about rugby over here, but yeah, I liked rugby, and I was basically on the wing, so I just got the ball and sprinted as fast as I can. So, but yeah, I just tried not to get tackled. It's a bit like American football, really. But I was the skinny one on the wing, so.
All right, very good. Talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, David Mountford. And coming up next on the OCU Athletics Update, we'll visit with his coach, Conor Holt.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase, student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at NAIA.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to OCU track coach Conor Holt. The Stars are in the middle of the outdoor season right now. And Coach, you've had a number of runners that have qualified for the NAIA Outdoor Championship so far. Talk about the progress of the team this season.
Yeah, it's gone really well actually. You know, you look back on the cross-country season and the indoor season, and the outdoor season is just another step in the right direction with this program. But yeah, the group as a whole are running really well. They're really responding to the intensity and the workload that I'm throwing at them. I'm kind of excited because I'm getting to really put in some really good hard workouts with the group. But yeah, we have a number of qualifiers on both the men's and the women's team, and we're going to have a large group heading to Gulf Shore, Alabama here in the middle of May. So we're quite excited, yeah. So
your men's team has moved up to number 7 in the national rankings. Talk about what that means to the program.
Yeah, you kind of look at where the program was, where it was when I took it over two years ago, and you know, it's just a testament for my own recruiting work that I've put in, but also the kids that we've recruited to the program, great academic kids, and that really inspire to you know, achieve greatness on a daily basis. And they've really kind of, you know, as a group, they've bought into everything that we've talked about from day one here in the program. And then obviously, you know, the national ranking, yeah, you know, I always tell the kids that, you know, as the more talent comes into the group, you know, that the cream will rise to the top. And definitely we have a lot of cream in our group, you know. So but yeah, you know, the national ranking on 7th is just another good show of where this program's moving. So.
Your 4x8 team ran one of the fastest times in the NAIA so far this year. Who's on that team and what have gone into their performances? Yeah,
you know, our relay pool, we have such a large group to choose from that on that day we just decided, I just basically closed my eyes and I said, okay, you. And, you know, like I said, you know, that group that day was Hunter Swink, Michael Verco Curtis, Chris Larry and Chuba Matko. But like I said, you know, we've such a large group to choose from that we can actually run a large number of guys on that relay quartet, and so that's the great thing about where we are as a program. But yeah, they ran pretty well. It was basically a time trial first. We kind of dispensed with the rest of the competition early in the race, and it was basically just us against the clock. So, you know, at the national championships, it probably will be a different story. We'll have some very good teams from around the country just you know, going at us, and you know, it's up to us to kind of respond to that. And like I said, you know, they respond to the hard workload every day and the intensity of what we bring as a program, and I've no doubt in my mind that they'll definitely respond when it comes time. So yeah.
David Mountford ran an NAIA best at the 10K at the KT Woodman Classic. Tell us about his performance that day.
Yeah, you know, that night was perfect. The weather was beautiful. It was like a California night, and the weather was great. And Dave just, you know, we decided before the race, listen, this is the splits you have to run. And, you know, the gun went off, and the pace was kind of slow at first. I had to let it roar him, and then he just got into a great little clip. And I think that's the thing about 5K, 10K running, is that it's all just about maintaining the rhythm in your race and running as comfortable as you can for a long period of time. And you know, we've definitely put in a lot of work for this race, and he came out on top. And but I have a good feeling that based on what I've seen the last few sessions and a few more sessions that I've planned for him and some of his teammates, that they're definitely going to run a lot quicker here in a few weeks. So yeah.
With Evan Doremus' presence on the team, that really shows an emphasis on field events for your squad. Talk about the future of the field events for this team.
You know, Evan just kind of dropped into our lap here, you know, and you know, he's a basketball player, and the men's basketball coach, Coach Phelps, came to me early on. He said, listen, I'm recruiting this young man, and I think he wants to high jump too. So we kind of worked out a good deal in where we were going to go with this, and he's been jumping great for us, and I think he's ready to pop a really good one. He's had some really good practices, and I think in the spirit of competition, sometimes you can kind of get lost in the midriff for what you want to achieve, but he's had some really good practice, so I expect him to pop a really good one here pretty soon. But like anything else, you know, as this program gets better on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, you know, we're going to look at adding some more events to the program. And like I've said all along, you know, I think the disadvantage that we have as a program is that we don't have our own track facility. And I think if we want to have a full balanced team like some of these other programs that, look at our national 7th ranking. We have teams behind us that have track facilities and full balance teams. So just think what we can do where we are as a program right now at our 7th national ranking. Imagine if we have sprinters and jumpers and throwers, then holy moly, there isn't any limit to where we can go. So, but Evan's a great kid. He brings a lot of good hard work ethic every day, and great kid to have in the program. Yeah. So.
You guys got a few more meets to go before the NAIA Outdoor Championships. What are your expectations the rest of the way?
Just keep doing what they're doing, I think. I always, at this time of the year, I always say that, you can kind of see the dreary eyes because school might be getting a little bit tougher. There's only, less than 2 weeks left in school now. And, we do have a few tired people in the team, but I think, the positivity in the group, it kind of rises above that. And I think, I'll just expect to see what I've seen every day is that you just go out there and you compete the hardest you can and you work the hardest and the rewards would follow. I think that's the big thing about our sport is that there's no substitute for hard work. And if you really want to do well in this sport, you just have to put the work in and listen to coach and do everything you can so that the next day you can do it even better. And I think that's just what this program is all about, is that I've brought together a group of very highly talented individuals that all want to do the same thing, and that's perform well and run well and get best times every time to go out there. And I think that's all just part of it, is that with the running, that's just at this level, it's the next step at this level is just elite level. So we're just a step below that. So, and these kids kind of recognize that. I think I definitely have some kids in the program that aspire to doing something like that. And that's the exciting thing, so yeah. So.
Recently, there was an article on runnersworld.com about your wife, Camille, and she's got a goal of winning a marathon in all 50 states. Tell us about that. And especially under 2:50 too, 2 hours and 50 minutes. There has been some individuals that have done that, but they haven't ran as quick as Camille inspires to do. So I think like anything else, when you have an athlete that's very professional in the way she acts and very professional in the way she trains, I think you're going to do pretty well. But yeah, she's looking forward to doing that. She's going to run the Oklahoma City Marathon this Sunday, and and she's empowered to run well for all those people that out there that support her on a daily basis. And it's kind of exciting. She's getting ready to sign a big contract with Skechers, and Skechers were the sponsor for Meb Kefasiliski, who won the Boston Marathon yesterday. And so exciting things for running here in this state anyway, and for Camille. But yeah, she's a tough one. She gets out there and she puts in the hard work, 140 miles a week every week, and she enjoys what she does, and I know she inspires the kids on the team. She inspires, she has a large following over Facebook, Twitter, and her own website. So, and of course, she has me as her coach. So what more does she want, So. All right, Coach. Thanks very much. Talking to OCU track coach Conor Holt. The Stars coming down the stretch of the season, culminating with the NAIA Outdoor Championships in May. You can follow their progress on OCUsports.com.